It's Levack and Goz on 104.5 The Team.
Oh. My friends from Bud Light are just messaging me like, you okay? You all right? You want us to bring you a fresh one? Yes! Many of them.
I'm
Cold,
so
please.
concerned. We got, 6:25 to pregame? Hopefully you'll be healthy throughout the entire show
I think
here.
it'll be fine. You know what?
So.
Let's ask a real man if it'll be fine.
Okay.
Barry Melrose on the phone. Barry, we found 3-year-old beers in the corner, and the producer and I just drank them. Do you think we're going to be all right?
Yeah, I think it's great. Beer is just like fine wine. The longer that you don't drink them, the better they get. So you'll be fine.
See, that's a hockey man right there. That's a man's man.
Look around, find some more.
I guess there's 3 left. Goz is afraid he'll do the show alone, though.
There might be some old hot dogs and stuff in there, too. You guys could have a heyday.
Big party. Barry, thank you so much for joining us. The Rangers play tonight. What has to happen for them to get the win?
Well, they got to get back to Ranger hockey. They're at home. That usually helps teams, but we don't know about the Rangers, although they did win 2 games at home in the last series, so that's a good sign. But they got to get back to protecting the puck. The other night, Pajot, 2 of his goals, the Rangers had complete possession of it and gave the puck up. Another one was a bad pinch. The Rangers are a puck control team. They like offensive zone time, things like that, and they didn't have that against Ottawa. So get back to controlling the puck, no bad plays, no bad giveaways. Make the Ottawa players go by 5 of you instead of 1 of you. Don't get into foot races with Pajot because obviously that isn't working too good. And hopefully Henrik Lundqvist will continue to be good. But the Rangers are a team that wants to keep the puck, and they weren't doing that in the previous 2 games in Ottawa.
You mentioned Henrik Lundqvist there. Is he the player of all the Rangers that needs to have a big game tonight, or is it somebody else?
Well, Henrik has to be good. You don't win in the playoffs without great goaltending. You look at Holtby, the 2 games in Washington was very average, and they got beat. He comes into Pittsburgh and plays great, and they end up winning in overtime. So Henrik's got to be great, and he has been for the most part. But everybody else has got to be a lot better. They got to score more goals. They got to be better with the puck. It's just not up to Henry to go in there and stop 40 shots to win the game. The other guys got to be a lot better in front of him. That's about as poor a game as I've seen the Ranger defense play in front of Henrik in a long time.
Barry Melrose with us right now on 104.5 The Team. Barry, do you believe that the Rangers can legitimately come back, make this a series, and maybe even win it?
Sure. Many teams have lost the first 2 games on the road and come back 1 to 2 games at home and then win a best of 3, win 2 games in the best of 3. So, it's not like losing the first 2 at home and then have to go on the road like the Ducks are doing. And although the Ducks won the first game against the Oilers in Edmonton, but they just got to go home and take care of business. And really, if they can't win 2 games in a row at home, they don't really deserve to win the series.
Let's talk about the other team in New York, the Buffalo Sabres. They weren't a part of the postseason this year. They've made a lot of wholesale changes. The future of the Sabres, where should that organization go?
Well, they obviously got to hire the right people. A group that was fired that quick in Buffalo, that's not a good sign. The inmates look like they're sort of running the asylum there. The players sort of look like they're dictating who they want to play for, things like that. That's never a good scenario. So whoever they hire has got to be strong. They got to be able to handle young guys. They got to be able to teach. The general manager's got to be sharp. They got to make good deals when they make deals. So, that's the type of people they got to bring in, obviously. Well-respected. They're talking about bringing in young guys, new guys. They sort of went that direction before, and it didn't work that good. So, but obviously you got to bring somebody in that can control the team because they look like they've been a little out of control.
The voice of hockey with us right now, Barry Melrose on 104.5 The Team. Sidney Crosby out for Game 4. Is this going to be enough for Washington to get back in the series?
Well, it better be. Washington, I felt, played really well in the 2 games in Washington. Holtby wasn't very good. Holtby played well last night, and they won the game. This is you hate to say it, but this is a tremendous break for Washington. The best player in the world isn't going to play in Game 4. And if you win Game 4, it's a best of 3 with you got home ice advantage. So, and again, if Washington can't beat Pittsburgh without Crosby, I don't think they deserve to win the series. So it's a great break. You got to take advantage of it. They did in Game 3. Now they got to go out and do the same thing in Game 4.
Crosby may be the best player in the world, but we may be a few years away from calling Connor McDavid at Edmonton the best player in the world. 20 years old, helping the Oilers have playoff success. Is there anybody you can really compare this player to so early in his career?
Well, in the NHL, not really. Obviously, Sidney, when he came in, dominated and won all the awards and stuff when he was 18, 19 years old. But Connor is special. The way he plays, his speed, his vision, the plays he makes, making the people around him better, his maturity, how he handles situations, how he handles his fame. He's a pretty special player. We've got a lot of great young players in the NHL, but without a doubt, he's the next generation face of the NHL.
Barry Melrose. Now, Barry, the Kentucky Derby this weekend. I know that you catch some races when you're up here in the upstate area in Saratoga. Will you have the ability to watch the Derby, and do you have a horse you like?
Well, number one, I'm going to pick the horse with one eye. I think that's a great story. So that's the horse I'm going to pick. But other than that, I will watch the Kentucky Derby. It's great to watch. But I'm really focused on hockey right now, so I won't be running to OTB or anything to place any bets.
Well, if you get caught up and you want us to throw some down for you, we owe you that much at least, my friend. We appreciate you. Man. We appreciate you, Barry, and any chance we get to harass you, we do.
Anytime, guys. Take care.